Welcome back to IttocStories. Once again, this is part 2, video 2. Today we dive into Act 5 in Jill Duma's adventure through Sanctuary. Remember that it's okay to not know the story so far. You can enjoy it just as well. But if you do want to catch up, go check out part 1, video 1 to 5. We have reached the top of Mount Ariet and the sacred city of Harrogath, where the mighty barbarians have kept the heart of the world safe for millennia. Step into her shoes as the forces of evil tremble in fear of the Nephilim blood and the mortal will. Even here on this mountain, where the power of angels flows freely across the land, power of evil taints deep into the soil, a conflict at your boots, a resolution at your head. It's the highest point on Sanctuary, the closest point to the high heavens. The materials procured through this land seep with overflowing energy. Yet even with this, the bond with my own equipment has me in a hold sealed by the blood I've spilled in it. That darkness reigns over my presence. I can tell the folks around here, although hardened, they slink away from my sight.
Mala, welcome.
I greet Mala, Neelathak, Kalkek, and Larzik. They warn of Baal's siege, urge me to reclaim the ancients. Supplies restocked and tomes secured, time to purge the foothills. Bursting from Harrogath's gates, I cloak in shadows, blades humming, frigid winds whip as I sprint across the bloody foothills, claws priming instinctively. First, packs of fallen shamans ignite under my sentries. Phoenix strike erupts, lightning chaining through packs of imps and maulers, corpses falling in shattered ice wake. Weave, cloak of shadows, blinding hordes, then tiger strike unleashes upon the survivors. Martial arts flurry, shredding stragglers. Charged bolts finish the rest. As the bodies pile, gold scatters. Efficient slaughter. The smell of fresh mountain air is ruined by the fires of burned bodies and foul ashes that fall from the sky. Blade shields swirl around me, multi-shot chaos, ice bolts piercing frozen undead. My fists as they weave endless war, a sustained endless fury. Elite foes whose names rend my soul as they approach. Fallen from the world, I must destroy it. Dak Faren charges, mace swinging wildly, then flurry claws. Phoenix ignites. The wake of fire scorches, crumples, electrified, a husk of smoking death. My strength and vitality surge in the height of battle.
Can't carry anymore. I'm overburdened.
Experience enhances my soul as it's harvested. The levels flash before me as stats and vitality and skills max my potential. Power hums stronger, runes align perfectly. The Overseer bellows atop the hill. Archers raining arrows. Shadow Master tanks. I trap the base, lighting cascade fire across his pets. They dash in with dragon talon. Kicks staggering in. Claws rending flesh as meteors and ice and lightning and all the elements converge on him until he bursts in gore. Back at Harrogath, stash my loot, repair my gear. Mala brews potions. Larzik eyes my claws hungrily. Respite for the brief breeze of blood on the wind. I must find more waypoints to activate. I've heard rumors of portals to hell on the plateau. healthful and mana-topped, I trek out to the frigid highlands. A powerful unique awaits me. Not what I envisioned, but there he stands. I look down on the twisted form of Eldritch the Rectifier, his dark pulses of energy flowing upward, golems shielding him, fists clenched. I spread my will upon the snow. Their blood ignites in circles of gore. Lightning shreds the constructs, bursting forward with my venom claws, my poison diving deep. He rectifies nothing but his own doom, and soon his wrath will come for me. And there it is, Wrath Poisoner stews toxic clouds. Claws strike true. He dissolves in his own filth. He is not the last. The endless hordes of torment are thrust upon me. Unleashed no more, his soul destroyed. I back the Unleashed. Okay, we're going full out on this one. Like, okay, what, seriously? Like, what kind of name? I gotta just take a step back. Black Killer. Think of just Black Killer. The things we've lost. I love it. Games used to be good, man. Naming conventions were so interesting. Oh, man, I don't think we'll ever come across or have ever come across such a name as Black Killer. It's true fucking cinema. Oh my god. The Ariat Plateau trembles as stone pox erupts from the snow, with colossal pressure elite, leading its writhing pack, tentacles lashing, mouths gnashing stone and ice. Pox's rocky hide gleams, hurling boulders that crater the ground. A burst of speed forward, claws igniting with phoenix strike charges, lightning, fire, cold poison, swirling in venomous fury. Dragon Talon launches. First, a spinning kick shatters the minion's maw, stunning the pack mid-lunge. Pox retaliates, tentacles whipping. They convulse as poxed flesh cracks. Shadowmaster manifests, drawing aggro as I Talon kick Pox airborne, following with a claw flurry. He thrashes, panic dissolving in gore. The final dragonflight severs his head. Stone Pox no more. The plateau is far from silenced as a new sound drives the air. The Shadowmaster baits in his traps vortex. Windhorn the Jagged summons these gusts. Blades slicing through the air. My Talon kicks launch. Claws shearing horns clearing off. Jagged winds die in thunderous gurgling as blood pours to shade the snow dark. The entrance to the mountain lies beyond this monster. Thresh socket blocks my path, a massive armored brute. My feet dance, and I maneuver around him, laying siege with traps. I wait for openings, crushing him under my feet like a simple being. The walls of this cavern shine with the heart of the world. It grows inside the heart of Ariat, the sentient core of this plane, Sanctuary's mother crystal. These foul beasts tread on hollowed ground. Blight heart pulses his corruption, and his minions come swarming. I teach them the meaning of holy demise. More champion packs glow in faint demonic light, frenzying red. My blades blur in striking blows as Azrael mows them down. The sentries chain, wake of inferno roast survivors. My shadow tearing from one side, me from the other. Methodical genocide. Experience floods in. One by one they kneel in the dust, their heads rolling to the ground. Kane tells me this design is unique, forged in the fiery pits of Crintes, a lesser demon lord's forsaken forge. The skewer was hammered from the spines of devoured pit fiends, imbued with hellish cunning to pierce any armor and siphon mana from the dying. It armed Baal's vanguard in ancient sieges. Entombed in sanctuary's ice, it thirsts for flesh anew. With all that I find, it can never out-temper my own steel. My skills alone make the enemy's armor useless, my boots and feet my main weapon. I have more monsters to paint them with. Shadowhead, the mercantile, skulks, ghostly strikes. My Shadowmaster mirrors, traps illuminate. Claws phase through. Azrael strikes high, and I dart and roll, coming up from behind, and end his shade. Another champion horde. And the mirrors reflecting fury. Coordinated traps, master decoys to confuse, systematic claw, disarration. My muscles burning with exhaustion as I clear the final foes.
I can't carry anymore.
At least that's what I believe. Then from the darkness, crashing through the walls, his wings flapping with magic circulating, pulse rule the axe. Her evil cries piercing my ears. My head spins, my will is fading. A hand on my back brings me to my senses. My shadow. I nod as we charge into the fray. Pulses wave with blood magic. Dodge, weave, traps pulsing black. I pull back, stronger. Lightning overloads as drool foams in their final breaths. I now approach a narrow passage. Frozen steam lumbers, breath freezing the ground. Thrust my weapons into his body, spreading the poison, weakening his muscles, and finally taking his head. Not a mighty foe. As my strength is confirmed once more, doubts fall as I try to maintain a level head. I take the next fight calm, calculated. I know it is easy, but I will not fall to arrogance again. I must believe in the strength of my Nephilim blood, power of angels, and the hope resting on my shoulders. More minor petty foes with mighty names. Some say Jobuma is not a mighty name, for my accomplishments speak for themselves. Well, I guess the dead cannot speak. Dragon Grin the Howler roars fire.
I can't carry.
Small recompense from the strife. The walls of Herogath, my only solitude. Small conversations over the wares I've found. One day this gold will get me gear to make even Baal tremble. Cannot imagine how even these elites can stand before me. Grief Grit the mad cackles. His blades are a blur, but mine are faster. I dance with his gleaming face as my fists counter, and I play with him, slowly teaching him what it means to face true power. My Phoenix Strike is solid. My gear has multiple skill ups on it. So Tiger Strike for bosses and elites. Now we'll make some true damage. The tundra on the top of this mountain is dangerous to tread. Foes fall before me, but this terrain has tempered the survivors into something more. Their struggle for survival, bringing new meaning to their existence. They struggle no more. Into the Ancient's Way, beneath the final stage of the mountain, we find Devil Bang the Mad, charging towards them with fury in our eyes, bloodlust in our veins. Deeper we tread into the darkness. My shadow is attacked. Blood slime consumes her. Decoys are important as Azrael breathes easy seeing me wink at him. He couldn't possibly think I would get myself caught, even in these jaws. Clacks and snaps and moves. Snap, chip, shatter breaks reality with dense magic swirling in his eyes. Fire within shards of ice. Claws burning with venom and charged with electricity. Our weapons crushing these shattered pieces into a mold of our own making. Death. Stray champions try to ambush, but we make swift work of their forces. Coordination of Bale's units is faltering. He can feel my vengeance focusing on him. I flex and shout to the wind, a counter to his true echo. Enough! Not from our foes, but from allies. The ancients call. Their warnings call for a test of true virtue against evil. I, Jilbuma, step onto Ariat's summit, winds howling like damned souls. Azrael grips his unique polearm, aura flaring, strikes ready. Dragon Talon spins, shattering his knee. Phoenix strike claws, ignite ice, fire, lightning, poison, exploding in a nova that sears his flesh. Metallic the Defender whirls in, Berserker frenzy blurring his blade. Azrael intercepts, insight jab, piercing armor, prayer aura steadying his wounds. The slow giant clumsily missing a counter. I, cloak of shadows, blinding them in darkness. My claws a symphony, my shadow rendering a harmony as my phoenix chains ignite. In a cataclysmic blast, Corlic crumbles first, then Maddo expels and fizzles in the poison of choke, and then Talek swings wildly. I talon stagger him as Azrael finishes with a decapitating sweep. The ground shakes, and voices raise, praising us in our prowess and our faithfulness as the vault shatters open. We stand amid corpses, breaths ragged as the world's stone pulses. Bale awaits. Calmer thoughts provoke re-examination of my current status. I need a true power of Sanctuary's magic embedded in my steel. A rune word. A kahab, a rare blade made of Ariat steel. As a reward for the tasks I've completed for this outpost, Larzik has said he has been permitted to use the ancient skills of the angels in the forges of heaven to mend steel with purpose of magical tempering, socketing them with magical voids that can be set with the pieces of the world stone. With patterns of ancient language of magic, the purified stones of the world can be etched to make grand magic. With the sockets on the weapons, the runes can be placed to make powerful statements in the angelic tongue. The rune word, pattern. Unfortunately, it has rolled the lowest possible enhanced damage. Azrael pulls me aside with a drunken grin. He motions towards the gambling table. This is no storage of hero's armor. Pathetic. Even the bases have low rolls. This is not optimal. I look at Azrael as he laughs, knowing my luck is worse than dirt. If he wants new gear, he might be out of luck. The day drags on as evil's clutch holds steadier. I cannot stay here forever. I finally find what I need, yet Nothing can compare. Once again, my gear stands strong with the souls of the slain. Now I must track down the necromancer and stop his foul darkness from spreading within the walls of this fortress. His henchmen stand in my way, but not for long. Pindleskin's horde rushes, his blade shattering earth, my blades shattering bones. Swift as the charge, he is cleared from the entrance. Spoils of a unique name, a monster of worth. I think not. His friends drop far more than he. Easy access for repetitive defeat. Nothing I find can value what I have in depths of connection. Only my soul soaking into me and the Nephilim blood, evoking the energies of the universe that flows through my veins. A taste of divinity in the form of a mortal. Towards their master I crawl, their forms morphed beyond measure. The depths of depravity this soul has gone to. Is he still human, or has he truly become a demon? A new spawn of hell, born of the strife in the world. They fight to defend him, for he made them, brought them to the height of creation. And now, I choose to enter their realm, to destroy their lives. I ascend the frozen stairs in Neelathak's temple, Azrael at my flank, or a humming health region. The necromancer lord sneers from his icy throne. Corpse explosions, chaining and fiery blasts. A burst of speed, cloak of shadows blinding his sight. Darkness swallows his bone spears. Shadowmaster manifests, tanking blizzards as I slash his flesh with my blades, blood pooling at his feet. Bolts chain upward, electrocuting wards. Azrael charges, polearm vortex, shredding minions. Neelathak howls, summoning corpse volleys. I dragon talon kick the midair, exploding harmlessly. Flanking, Phoenix strikes claws into ignition, and then the fire nova ignites as flames fall from the sky, engulfing his robes. Lightning arcs through his flesh as poison curdles through his bones, corroding him. The final Phoenix detonates with the roar of a tiger, freezing his scream in rhyme. Neelathak shatters like glass. With the defeat of this foe, the winds of Haragoth sing sweet with the smell of cheer and reunion. For my deeds, a weapon of my name is placed for all to see, my heroism embedded in the barbarian way for all time. And yet I have not defeated my greatest foe. Onward, to the end of everything. But now I'm at the foot of this throne. His personal guards falling before my steel. These bale waves will press my knowledge of the enemies I've conquered throughout this journey. Fallen Shaman, Cleansa, Trap Grids denied, lightning farming souls. The waves break and he falls before me. Next, the mummies of the desert. Akmel, the Auditor, tallies doom, resurrecting the bones of the fallen. Only the shattering of bones through ice, or a lay of rest by the angels, can keep them upon the floor. We press towards the middle and destroy the core mummies. Akmel falls at my feet, crushing his knees into dust, his face into the floor. Now, the final council member, High Leader of Travancore, Bartok the Bloody, swings cataclysmic claws as spores erupt from his face, covering the room. Me and Azrael coordinate our strikes, fighting through the flames of hydras to crush his heart. Counter, parry, or repelled. Breath, shrouded by the heat, lungs burning with effort. We burst through his minions and clash. It is my shadow. I come from below and penetrate his defenses, flailing skin striking deep as blood pours across the floor of the throne room. Then the remembrance of hell comes back to me, the infernos of those demons as they flood my flesh with blisters of heat. Now bathed in the magics of resistance, I stand firm against them. Venator the Unholy falls before me like the rest. Nothing but dirt beneath my boots. The final demons approach. The very minions of Baal himself, the minions of destruction. Their leader, Lister the Tormented. The amount of tortured souls under his guard far exceeds the population of Sanctuary. Eons have fallen to his will, and now he works under the master of all destruction. But he cannot destroy me. All under my will are fortified against this demonic presence. We press forwards, luring them into the great hall. We each take our own targets, splitting their forces, pulling them into our territory. 1v1, soon 2v1, then 3v1. Our force, a wall unstoppable in the will of good. Only evil will cower when pressed. Good will struggle for others. Evil struggles alone. He cannot even understand his own demise. It is lost on him as he crashed to the floor. One final task remains. Baal's laugh surges, but there's a caution in it. He is losing confidence, forced back into the last refuge he has. That is the home of the World Stone. We may be too late to save Sanctuary, even if we destroy the final primeval. I step into the throne of destruction, Baal's demonic form towering, wings unfurling, eyes blazing hellfire. He laughs, voice echoing doom, as I bellow to him that it is his doom that I will bring into fate, and carve destiny from his bones, and he cannot stop me. His voice reigns with fury.
I shall take your position into consideration.
I deploy traps. Death and lightning sentries at max, humming with charged fury. Baal teleports, lightning bolts crashing. A burst of speed, cloak of shadows blinding his sight. Shadowmaster manifests, twin assassin drawing aggro as Baal's doppelganger, a mimic of his form, sprouting tentacles from the floor.
Well, it seems your turn. I'm not accepted in vain.
My traps chain react, electrocuting clones in explosive cascades. Wake of fire ignites the clone. Health drips from the very clenching of my claws. Life tap is propped. The venom claws sustain me. Baal phases through, body slamming. My dragon talon kick, staggering the Lord of Destruction. Phoenix strike, tiger strike, shocked strike, ice blades, all my charges, comboing into a brutal assault of endless colossal slashing and thrusts and kicks as the fury drives me forward. The end of the journey approaching as ignition sets in his flesh, charged bolts arcing wildly. Summons more clones. I weave, dropping fresh sentry clusters, auto-targeting perfection. Experience ticks, power swells, Bale is enraged as his clone army thickens. My Shadow Master sacrifices herself, buying time for the trap to recast. And then my lashing fists and my blade crush on demonic legs under their weight. The lightning storm peaks, frying legions. It's all close now as my claws strike in fury, my burst in a blur of vision. As I weave inside his guard, Bale roars into his final phase. The lightning vortex pulls, but I resist, venom dripping as the phoenix and the tiger explode point blank. He staggers, cracks in his form. One last century salvo overloads his core. Thanks. Bale convulses, world stone energy backlashing. My claws plunge deep. Azrael's spear tip with sacred runes, charged with destruction, burn into Bale, and our will overtakes his combined in a light of heavenly glow as he bursts into eternal crushing death. Twisting, he implodes in cataclysmic light, soulstone shattering. Then the sound of silence falls. The sound of victory. Is the world's stone purified? Only the angels can tell. As this demonic being falls before us, the Archangel Tyrael comes forth.
I am impressed, mortals. You have overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the primeval. However, we are too late to save the world stone.
Nothing but a mortal, nothing but a Nephilim, even Azrael. He be not of Nephilim blood, but he be of Nephilim will. And I, a humble assassin, await for the next nightmare. I hope you enjoyed this story. I know this whole experience has been a bit different as far as the channel goes, so I would like your input on how you feel about it. I'm having fun making these, so I hope you enjoy them. Glad you made it to the end. So, how far will Jill Booma get into the playthrough? Nightmare awaits as she returns to Sanctuary, devoid of memory, but with the same gold, the same gear. Darker forces of hell now roam Sanctuary. Tune in tomorrow for more adventures through Sanctuary with Jill Booma and her companions. As always, take care to stay free from the evil of this world, and keep Sanctuary safe.